What is up guys, Jav here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Now in today's video we're taking a look at the best weapons for Season 9, Season of Dawn. Now with this season it's going to be all about range weapons, so these are the top 5 in my opinion that you should be taking into next season. Now if you enjoyed the video be sure to leave a rating down below, that super helps me out here on the channel. And if you're new around here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, then you're in the right place, and be sure to hit subscribe as well. But without further delay, let's jump into the video. Now with the most recent Bungie reveal livestream being complete, we had the opportunity of seeing the Lectern of Osiris. Now with this we also saw which weapons were going to contain the Barrier and Unstoppable mods for the upcoming season, and these were pulse rifles, scout rifles and bows. And with that in mind, let's take a look at the top 5 that I believe you should be going after. So coming in at number 5, we have the Blast Furnace. This is a legendary kinetic pulse rifle, which drops with random perks so it can't be reacquired from your collections. As you can see, it's an aggressive burst, so this is a hard-hitting 4-burst pulse rifle. Now, the created role actually is Outlaw Headseeker. That's the created role that you can get from the Forge, but as you can see from my role, it can drop with Feeding Frenzy. Kill Clip is also a very good perk, as is Rampage, because there is a mod specific to extend the duration of Rampage. But with those perks in mind, it is a very competitive weapon, especially within PvE as well as PvP. Now, as you can see, it is a very effective pulse rifle, and Kill Clip and Rampage will help further improve that, and it will be very effective at taking out champion shields, for example, at range, which help give you a bit of protection as well. Now, if you do need to chase this weapon, it will drop from the forges via an 8-1 weapon frame, and if you need that, you can pick one up in the tower. So moving on to number 4, we have the Last Perdition. This is a legendary energy pulse rifle. Now again, this drops with random perks and can't be reacquired from collections. This one is adaptive frame, so it's well-rounded grip, reliable and sturdy according to the description. Now this one can be obtained through Lord Shaxx in the tower, either by completing Crucible matches or by handing in Crucible tokens. Now the created role here is Rangefinder and Rampage according to light.gg. As you can see on this one, I've got Outlaw and Rampage with the Rampage spec mod, and it is very effective. The reason this is on this is because it's a good rate of fire, it has excellent damage, as you can see it takes out knights very easily, but also it is void, which is the secondary element for next season, with solar being the main one. Now as well as that, because this is an energy weapon, it means you can still pair this with things like Izanagi's Burden, so you can effectively take down shields but also still deal immense damage to take those champions out. Very effective. So if you haven't got this one on your list guys, definitely add it and hand in those tokens if you have any spare. So moving on to number 3, we have the Night Watch. This is a legendary kinetic scout rifle. This is a lightweight frame, so it has superb handling and you move faster when you have this weapon equipped. Now this can be attained through either Gambit Prime or the Reckoning, depending on which boss is available this week. Now the created role on this weapon is Overflow and Explosive Payload, with Overflow allowing you to pick up special or heavy ammo which reloads the weapon to beyond its normal capacity. So it's actually a very good role. Nevertheless, as you can see on my one, I had Rapid Hit and Multi-Kill Clip with a handling masterwork. So this is effectively Randy's throwing knife, except it's in the same archetype as my multi-tool with the 200 rounds per minute. And with a good roll, it can deal immense damage. And this will pair well with any other energy weapon as well. So whether you want to run Recluse and see what that's like next season, or even some of the other energy weapons from this list, it'll give you great diversity going into next season. So if you don't have one and you're still chasing one down, make sure to head over into either the Reckoning or Gambit Prime and try your luck for a good roll. Now moving on to number 2, we have the Outlast. This is a legendary energy pulse rifle. This is a rapid fire frame, so it has deeper ammo reserves and slightly faster reloads when the magazines are empty. Now, as you can see as well, this is a solar element, which is the main element for next season, and this is partly why it's so high up in the list. Now with this role, it is an absolute shredder. I've got Feeding Frenzy and Kill Clip, and when that Kill Clip is active, this thing will shred through anything, as you can see, and the solar makes it a very strong one going into next season. Now the created role is Zen Moment Kill Clip, but if you don't have this weapon, you can get one from either Gambit Prime or the Reckoning, depending on which boss again is available. Now again, this being a energy weapon, it does free up your kinetic slot, which allows you to then pair this with things like Izanagi's Burden that I mentioned before. So it gives you great options going into next season, and the rate of fire on this thing with the right roll will literally destroy through those shields should you need to. Now coming in at number 1, I've got the Valor Kaden. This is a legendary energy auto rifle. That's right, an auto rifle. It's a rapid frame, it has deeper ammo reserves, so therefore it's slightly faster reloads when the magazine is empty, similar to the Outlast. Now the stats on this weapon look like they're fairly run-of-the-mill. It's a 720 RPM, it normally comes with about 53 in the mag, and this weapon is available through Banshee 44 in the tower, so if you've got any gunsmith materials, it's a RNG drop from him should you need one. Now, as you can see on my roll, I have Outlaw and Kill Clip, and together those two perks are absolutely deadly on this weapon. And when you combine those perks with the fact that it's rapid fire frame, it has a solar element and it sits in your energy slot, it means you've always got your kinetic slot available. It's the preferred element type for the next season, and not only do you have deeper ammo reserves, but you have faster reloads every time you empty the magazine. So I think this is an immensely strong weapon, and it's the closest thing, guys, that we're probably going to get to an SMG that's going to be effective for next season alongside Izanagi's Burden. But there we are, guys. That is a top 5 list of the weapons I believe you should be chasing between now and the start of next season, the Season of Dawn. If you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps me out here on the channel. And if you're new around here, want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, then you're in the right place, and be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always, guys, and I'll catch you all again very soon.